Good afternoon. If we might, we'll bring this hearing of the Democratic Steering and Policy Committee to order, and I want to thank all of the members and the witnesses for joining us today. Today's hearing, I'm Congressman George Miller from California. I'm one of the co-chairs of the Steering and Policy Committee, and today's hearing will examine the recent attack on workers' rights that are being waged across the country from state capitals to right here in the United States Capitol. We will hear testimony from workers on the front lines. They and other experts will explain what these attacks mean for families, the middle class, and our economic future. While the assault on the rights of public service workers in Wisconsin is getting the most attention, we are learning that it is just one front in a broad anti-worker agenda. These campaigns against workers appear to be well-financed. They use both real and manufactured crises as an excuse to attack teachers, firefighters, police, and other public servants, as well as private sector workers. Under the guise of cutting deficits, they say working people's rights to bargain for a better life must be eliminated. Under the guise of fixing the economy, they say that wages must be cut, training opportunities taken away, health and safety protections rolled back. In reality, these attacks have nothing to do with cutting the deficits or fixing the economy. These attacks are driven by ideology and special interests, not sound economic policies. These attacks are designed to take power away from working people. Even though the workers did not trigger this recession, even though they have already made deep sacrifices, even though the well-off and the well-connected seem never to be asked to make a sacrifice, the demands for American workers to give up more and more and more just keeps coming. Bills are moving through the U.S. House and state legislatures demanding that workers sacrifice the rights to the guarantee decent wages, the rights that ensure a safe working place, the rights that provide access to affordable health care, and yes, even the right of working people to join together to bargain for a better life. Today, the Steering and Policy Committee will hear testimony directly from the very Americans who stand to lose the most from rolling back workplace rights. We will also learn that the economic consequences for all Americans if these anti-worker campaigns are successful. I firmly believe that workers' rights built our nation's middle class in the last century and made the United States the greatest economic power in the history of the world. In these fights over worker rights, our economic future is at stake. Indeed, the character of our country is at stake. And I look forward to the witnesses and thank them again for joining the committee this afternoon. And I'd like to recognize Congresswoman Rosa DeLauro, my co-chair of the Steering and Policy Committee from the state of Connecticut.